Hello everyone, welcome to Fine Moon Rising. This is Libra's Tarot Energy and Astrology Report for August 2025. So welcome in. Let's get started for you. So I'm pulling some cards for you, and it looks like we have the Seven of Swords. We also have the Faith card or the Hierophant, and this is the Tower card. Then the Seven of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, and then we have the Nine of Swords. And then overall energy, we have the Knight of Cups, Queen of Coins, and then the Ace of Cups. So what we have here is kind of the energy of, so with that Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands, I feel like you're halfway done, well, more than halfway done with something. If you've been working on something or something's been stressing you out, if there's been something in your life that's just like, when am I going to get over this hump? Well, you're absolutely going to get over it just because of the two sevens. However, this is something that you might need to be very quiet about, how you're getting out of something, how you're moving away from something, how you're moving forward. You will get on top of things 100%. However, you're just going to have to be real kind of stealth about it. All right, we do have these Faith card followed by the Ace of Wands. Now, this is a card of in this deck, it is kind of like mixed faith. It is like seeing the good in everything. It's kind of acceptance card. It's also a card generally of knowledge, of spirituality. So it's something that maybe you need to connect with, maybe your younger self, or somehow connect to the part of you that was once lost. So maybe you've just been so caught up in other things in your life that maybe it's time to reconnect with the real you and go in the direction that definitely suits you more than the direction that you feel that you've been in the past. Okay? And so what I'm going to do here is continue with the tarot as I'm drawing you something. I just felt like your energy needed an oomph. So I decided to use neon for you just because I thought it would fit. You need a little boost. You need a little happiness in your life, a little fun in your life. And so there might be opportunities, and we'll get into astrology, for meeting new friends and things like that in the month of August. Okay, so we have the Hierophant or the Faith card followed by the Ace of Swords here. That just means that you will have a great epiphany that will actually release you from some karmic ties. So if you felt like you've been stuck in something because of some karmic tie, because, you just feel like you can't get out of the dang thing, there is an epiphany coming. There is some information coming, and it is coming probably because you've asked for it. You have sat there, under the night sky, driving home, whatever it is, and you've asked for this help. This help will be provided. This epiphany will be provided. You will see everything clearly in the month of August. And so there will be energy for you to just kind of put the pieces together and put yourself back together. We do have this Tower followed by the Nine of Swords. And I don't love this combination. Just honestly, I don't love it. It just means that there is, again, there's that epiphany energy there, but there's also, which the Tower can mean as well, but there's this something has to go out of your life. There is something that needs to leave. You've known it for a long time, and it's just time to make those moves and move right on out. And so that's kind of what you're going to be doing at this time, is cutting out things that I feel like it's a big thing for you, Libra. It's not a small thing. So if it is a relationship that is just not going the way you want it, or it's just not good for you, if it is something that you keep running into, some sort of karmic cycle, I think you're going to be ending that right now. So I don't think you'll be involved in that anymore. And I think you're taking steps forward to get yourself moving on out of that. And this comes with those enlightenment periods. So I feel like you're being redirected. Honestly, this energy feels like a very much redirection, where the universe is saying, you know what, you asked for help, you asked for assistance, and here it is. We will provide it. We will move you in the direction that we feel that is going to be the best for you, for your growth and expansion. Is that always comfortable? No. That's why we have the Nine of Swords. And so it's never comfortable for change, to make these tough choices, to try and find the right fit for you is a very tough thing to do in life. And sometimes we can make decisions and then we can backtrack, or we can wonder why we made those decisions, but there's always a reason. There's always a reason you're thinking of changing something, moving something out of your life. There's always a reason. It's not just for no apparent reason. People sometimes think it is, somebody's so impulsive. I don't feel that's you. I feel like you are actively making a plan, and there's also planning energy here for you in your astrology. We'll get to that. Okay, so overarching energy, though, is Knight of Cups, Queen of Coins, and Ace of Cups. See, I love this overall energy. Your personal energy is lovely. It's loving. It's fiery. It definitely wanting to be boss up. There is very much boss up energy with that Queen of Coins here for you. And it's also seeing into the future. It's almost like you're lighting the path for you and everybody around you. So if you have a family, you have fur babies, whatever you got going on, I don't know. But you're lighting the path for others to follow, which is amazing, right? And you have the Ace of Cups here, and the Ace of Cups is that loving energy. With the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, there could be some romance on the horizon if you're interested in that. And so that's just available all the time, but I think it's more you're embodying that. Okay, let's move on into the astrology. All right, think before acting, especially mid-month. And it's just, the reason you have to think before acting is because you need to plan things out, because you have a goal in mind or multiple goals in mind, and you need to make that plan in order to take those steps. And it might be day by day, actually. It might be, even hour by hour, depending on how detail oriented you are. But it could be week by week, day by day, something like that. But there's reason for you to kind of take your time in these spurts. You can't really do everything all at once. It's just not going to happen. So you do need to plan things out, and that requires some patience, because some things are going to take longer, and then people are going to get in the way and that kind of thing. And I feel like you're just pushing through that. There'll be some conflict resolution mid-month. So if you're waiting on something to, leave, or to come to some sort of conclusion that is beneficial, then that will happen mid-month. There's also opportunities for new friends, for new financial opportunities, so career advancement and things like that. It's kind of under the radar, but it's not going to be. It's just building this month. So things are going to be building for you, and there's going to be a big push. And I just felt like in your energy there was this big push to focus on work that benefits your health and your healthy mindset. So a lot of us were getting in these positions where it seems good, and then over time it just kind of wears you down, or maybe you're done with that, the cycle is concluded. See, that's the thing. Sometimes we can get into jobs or situations where the cycle concludes. We have learned all we can learn out of this cycle, and it's time to expand. If you're a non-working person, then maybe it is like a hobby that you're now, you've learned all you can about, and now you want to move on. You don't really stay in that same energy. You want to always be moving and growing, and I feel like there is reason for you to always be moving and growing at this time, despite some sort of conflict that may be around you. And I think, you can kind of pinpoint what that is. That really doesn't matter. It's unimportant. So maybe pull back and see from a bird's eye view would be a very important thing for you to do at this time, and just see what your future entails. Where do you want to go in life, and then move from that direction. I feel like that's going to be more beneficial than kind of sitting in confusion or not taking steps just because you're a little bit unsure. So before you act, plan, of course, but there needs to be some sort of patience, and what else? Let's see. Yeah, just have confidence that you'll know what to do in the moment. And that's not being spontaneous, because you brought that moment to you. You brought that change to you. You will absolutely know what you need to do and when. It's definitely you bossing up. And that's what I felt with this, drawing today, was that you just needed something super bright and super happy and super uplifting. And I think you will be looking at things. Actually, that's really important. There's something here about you looking for things that fulfill you, that fill your cup up, instead of just being drained all the time. It's important to really just focus on what is going to fill your cup up and allow you the freedom to kind of take hold of your life, take hold of finances, take hold of everything, of the direction of your life, because you do have big goals that you are working on. Okay, if you enjoyed this reading, Libra, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.